Welcome back to the Profirm Guide. This video is going to be a review of InstantFunding.io. So InstantFunding.io is a Profirm that was launched in 2022, meaning that they have only 2 years in the market, but they are one of the biggest go-to platform when you want instant funding because of many features that they have and many opportunities, many advantages that they offer to the trader. So we are going to dive into this to see what this is all about and if there is anything of value for us in the community. But first, before we start this review, I want to draw your attention to this section up here. You see that white section up here? It says that all the funding given by the company is going to be simulated funding. So it is not going to be real money, even though they give you a live account. Any trading account that they give you is going to be, as they say here, any trading is in a simulated environment. So if you don't feel comfortable with that, I wanted to let you know that upfront, right? So for me, this is fine. It's fine. There is nothing wrong with that. But some people prefer a real live funding account. Some people don't have any problem with that. I am one of those people. I have no problem with that. I prefer a broker-backed platform, obviously. But as far as the functioning of the platform and the trading, there is no issue for me with this platform because I have tested this platform personally. So let's see the prices that they have. So as any regular platform, they offer 3 types of accounts. We have instant funding, meaning you don't have to pass a challenge to get access to the account. You have 1 phase and then you have 2 phase. Let's go with the 2 phase. 2 phase account, 100K. It's for 489, less than $500. But if you put some add-ons like 10% more profit, price is going to increase, right? It depends on what you are looking for. And then we have the specification of the challenge. We have payout every 14 days for the first payout, and then weekly every 7 days after the first payout. Profit target is going to be 10% for the phase 1 and 5% for the phase 2. Daily drawdown 5%, max drawdown 10%. You start at a baseline profit of 80%. And then your account is going to scale 25% every time you achieve 10% of balance, right? If you achieve 10% of your initial balance, your account is going to be increased 25% every 90 days. Minimum trading days is going to be 3 days, and you can trade during the weekends, and then you can also trade during news. Leverage is 1 to 100, and on forex on commodities like gold and stuff, you can trade gold. You have gold, oil, and all of those type of metals. You can trade with 1 to 20, and this is 1 to 20, and crypto is 1 to 2. And as far as the spreads, I have personally tested the spreads. They are very, very good. Very, very excellent spread. I think they have the lowest spread in the industry right now. I can tell that with confidence because I have tested this and many other platforms. This is the best one I have seen so far when it comes to spread. There is another platform that we reviewed on this channel last week, which is pretty similar to Instant Funding. They have the same spread. I've tested. They have the same quality of spread. The other platform I'm talking about is Blueberry Funded. So this is very similar spread. So 2-phase challenge, 100K is $500, you can say. And if you add some features to it, it's going to be a little bit higher. And if you use our code, we are going to put a code in the description of the video for you to have some discount. And also, I think for your first purchase, they are going to take off $30 of your first purchase. Okay, so let's go to one phase challenge. One phase, same thing, 10K to 200K. Let's see the 100K. It's 429. Profit target 10%. Daily drawdown is 3%. Max drawdown is 8%. And payout is the same. Scale is the same. And you have the same leverage and same conditions. I think this is a trailing drawdown of end of day drawdown. So every day your trailing drawdown is going to be adjusted according to the balance and according to what you have traded in the previous day. And let's go with the next one. And also they have three platforms, right? They have MT5, they have DX Trading, they have CTrader. For my personal preference, I prefer the MT5 because out of those three, this is the best option you have. CTrader is good also, but I prefer MT5. And one of the thing to pay attention to is this is one of the few prop firm that offer MT5, because you know what happened with MT5 and all those stuff. MetaTrader, they dished a lot of prop firms, right? So if you see a prop firm offering MT5, that means that they have a good regulation. So InstantFunding, and they are based in the US also. I think they are registered in the US and the UK. So let's see InstantFunding. InstantFunding, you have balance starting from $1,250, right? And the interesting thing with that is that your account is going to be scaling, as we can see here. Every time you reach 10%, it's going to double. So if you start with 10K account, for example, the next time you achieve a 10% on the account, that means if you achieve $1,000, sorry, on the account, is going to double to $20,000 until you reach $1,280,000. So this is how far your account can be scaled, and the conditions are the same. You have drawdown. You don't have a daily drawdown, but you have a max drawdown of 10%, right? And then you have leverage, same leverage, and payout. Yes, payout every 14 days for the first payout. After your first trade, after your first payout, and then weekly after that, right? So price is a little bit expensive. The lowest one is $80. But again, if you use our code, the code in the description of this video, you are going to get a lower price. So this is the prices that they offer here. And as we say, they offer only simulated accounts. Okay, so let's go with let's see the trading rules, because this is very important. They have something called smart drawdown rules. So the initial drawdown is going to start, let's say, at 10%. So this is the maximum you can lose on the account. And drawdown is going to adjust every time you achieve 5% on your balance, right? So if you have, let's say you have a 10K account and you make $500 profit on the account, your smart drawdown is going to adjust to that 5%, right? It's going to adjust. The trailing drawdown is going to adjust every time you go 5%. So if you go 5%, your maximum drawdown is 10% from $500 down to 5% below the balance, right? Below the initial balance. And for scale accounts, drawdown updates to 5% of the new scale balance, and they exclude the profit you have from that, right? So those are the important rules I wanted to show you, and this we already saw this. So they have some strategies that they don't allow. For example, martingale, grid trading, high frequency trading, those regular stuff. Those are gambling. Also, copy trading from other traders. You have to trade your own strategy. Um, you should not be trading somebody else. You have to trade your own strategy. And they have major news rules. They allow you to trade 8 minutes before and after. I mean 4 minutes before and after the major news. So if you see a major news is going to happen, let's say a CPI for example, you have to wait 5 minutes. Let the 5 minute candle close before and after the market, and then you can trade, right? So, and also the news is going to this rule is going to affect only the pairs affected by the news. So if you trade, let's say gold or Euro USD, if there is news about Euro USD, you can leave Euro USD and go to another pair to trade. Okay, so those are the most important rules that they have. As you come for the payout, you need to generate at least $25 to get your payout, and they pay super fast, right? So this is the prop firm, InstantFunding.io. I think this is one of the best prop firm. As the name suggests, instant funding. When it comes to instant funding, they are one of the best.